There is no completely national car. You see, people manufacture in China, in India, in Thailand. The completely national car is not there. You see, so you go where the cost is low. So we are not different. We are just like that. We perceive that people are a bit unconvinced that we can have a good platform and engine. So all right, we'll put the foreign, but eventually we'll put our own platform, our own engine. We have already designed and produced the engine together with, what's the name, the company in England that makes the engine? Ricardo. Ricardo has more than 100 years history of building engines. They have produced a good engine. People will say, well, the Campro you promised was a good engine, but it was not a good engine. We admit that any engine will have problems at the beginning. But today, the Campro engine has been used in all Proton cars. You see them overtaking other cars. They overtake my cars also. You see, so you have to improve on the engine performance all the time. If the mileage is low, then we have to, well, increase the mileage per liter and all that. All those things require tweaking. All the time is tweaking. You know, Lotus has got good capacity to tweak. They can raise the horsepower from 280 to 400 by tweaking. Same engine, but tweaking. We have raised, I have driven recently Proton Saga, which does 0 to 100 kilometers in 8.2 seconds. That is a Proton Saga. You drive it, you don't feel it is a Proton Saga. What has been done is that our engineers added turbocharger and they modified the engine and all that, improved the performance. Our engines can do it, you see. So, but we can't put that engine in an ordinary Proton Saga and sell it at that price because this is costly, you see. So we can do all those things, but it costs money. Juggling between price, cost, and performance is something that exercise our minds all the time.
Is that exciting new Saga, the turbo one, will it come up to the market?
It will, but you have to pay a higher price.
Okay. When is it coming out? Because, you know, turbo Saga.
You see what happens to these 3 new cars we have.
Okay, satu lagi tu. You talk about sales a lot, but Proton hardly ever talks about after sales revenue. Talk about sales revenue, but not after sales revenue. How important is after sales revenue to you? Because we have heard from your competitors that although it contributes a small amount to the actual overall revenue of the car, it contributes more than half of their profit. That's how important. How is after sales? How important is it for you?
Yeah, we have looked at that sector. I admit that we neglected that quite a bit. For example, Proton parts, spare parts and all that are much more costly than other make. We are attending to that now. We don't want to make so much profit there. There's not really so much profit. If you don't sell, you don't make any profit. Anyway, we need to lower the price of those parts. We need to think about enhancing the appearance of the car. You buy the basic car, what can you do to improve it? That also, we want to have another organization that will sell those parts and fit the parts and make sure that it is Proton quality. You see, so these are after sales things. And of course, service. Service is very important. But sometimes with service, we can't standardize people. We can standardize parts, but people cannot standardize. Some of them are nice, some of them know how to sell, some of them don't even know how to treat people. You see, the way they talk and all that. Nowadays, you know, you want to sell goods, you have to be very nice. You go to a Japanese shop, the moment you enter, "Irashai, irashai," everybody shout. And then when you are going out, they say arigato or whatever. That is a Japanese culture. But now we are seeing in our restaurants also the same thing happening. Because we have to change people's mind to fit the client. The client now demands, because they have so many choices. Dulu tak ada choice. You want to buy a car, it is a Morris or Austin or Wolseley. Like it or not, we take. You see, it breaks down, it breaks down. But today we have to compete against the French, the German, the British, the Japanese, the Korean, the Chinese, you know. And we are the only third world country producing a car. I like to think that that is an achievement.
One more about new models, or the existing model that needs a facelift. The Exora is among the most popular MPV in the country,
Yeah.
but it's old.
Yeah.
Is it, when can we expect a new one? Or is it,
When we launch these three, to produce 3 models in 1 year, or 2 years, was a tough, very tough time. All the time the engineers don't even sleep, they work. Now we outsource for some people in Malaysia who can do design and all that. We outsource them to keep the time short. But we don't know what is the response. If we know the response to our new model, then we will know what to do with the other cars like the Exora. What modification needs to make. We know Exora at one time had a very weak engine. We added the turbocharger. Now it performs well. See, so all the time we have to focus on this. Which one comes first, the shape or the engine? Or we give priority to the engine. It's a bigger car, 7-seater, so it must have a more powerful engine. The solution, turbocharger. You see, now the turbocharger has given the power. Now we have to look at the car. What can we do with the car? One of the things I will tell you is that we can make it into a pickup truck. It's a big car, so it can be made into a pickup truck, but we need 4-wheel drive. We need to raise the car a bit so that it looks like a pickup truck. And we will reshape. Reshaping, I would say, is not the most difficult thing, but ensuring the quality is of the reshaped bodies. I spend a lot of time looking at the new shape of the Perdana. I didn't notice anything wrong with it. But these people point out, this is wrong, this is wrong. You know, they keep banging the car to find out whether it is like other cars or not. So we have to make correction. I wanted to launch it last year, but they said, no, you cannot. I said, you wait too long, people will lose interest. They said, it's better to wait long and make sure that we have a good car on the road than to be like the Privé before. You put it on the road, people want to start, push the start button, it goes right through, nothing behind. You see? And people bought the car, drive 200 yards, broke down. And we spent 1 whole year, we couldn't sell a single Privé because of this reputation. Overcoming that reputation takes time. But you see Privé on the road now, and people are asking for Privé. Yeah. So, I don't know how to ask people to be patient. You wait too much also, we lose money. You see, our cash flow is very important. If we don't sell enough cars, we won't have the money. So we have to sell enough cars. But what we appeal to people that please test drive the car. Test drive the car. Go to the sales outlet, test the car, see whether it is bad. You know, a company like BMW, they gave the car for 7 months to a person to test drive. 7 months. At the end of it, you can buy at the second-hand price. To show people that their car performs. We can't afford to give for 7 months. But you want to test drive, you want to go anywhere, okay. will make you, will give you the car to test drive, because as I said before, it is in the drive. If you want to know a car works well, you must drive. If it is just standing still, you know, I can show you a car, beautiful car, cannot move because it's made of clay. Nampak macam car betul-betul, but it's made of clay.